Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss our physics chapter. First chapter we are going to discuss about the force of fluid, forces in fluid. In this chapter we discuss about the different forces that influence a liquid and gases. Are you know about liquid and gases? What is the peculiarities of the liquids and the gases? There are main three states of matter we studied in the standard: solid, liquid, and gases. In solids, the molecules are closely packed, but in liquid and gases, comparatively, molecules can move easily and the freedom of movement is high than solid. So, water molecules, like all liquid molecules and gaseous molecules, exert forces. All water molecule, all liquids and gases exert force. That discussed in this chapter. First, conduct an experiment or start our chapter with an experiment. Take some water in a bucket and an empty plastic bottle. This plastic bottle immersed in water. After I released what happened? The water bottle move upward. Once more, immerse the plastic bottle to the bottom of the bucket. After leaving my hand, what happened? The water bottle move upward. It's like a plastic bottle, plastic ball, balloon. Anyway, we dipped, immersed in water, it move upward. What is the reason for this? What do you understand from this experiment? What do we take in this bucket? Water. We take water in this bucket. When immersed plastic bottle into the water, water exert a force into the bottle. That is the reason the bottle move upward. This force is known as buoyancy. This force is known as buoyancy. So, what is buoyancy? Here, two forces are influenced here. Water exerts a upward force and bottle influence a downward force. There are two forces. When a body is situated in a liquid, two forces are influenced here. The weight of the body acting downward and the buoyancy acting upward. Which are the two forces influenced here? The weight of the body acting downwards and the buoyancy acting upward. From this experiment, we can understand that what is buoyancy. How we say an definition for buoyancy? When a body is immersed completely or partially in a liquid, in a fluid, it exerts an upward force on the body. This force is known as buoyancy. When a body immersed completely or partially in a fluid, the fluid exerts and a force to upward. That force is known as buoyancy. We can say more example for this buoyancy. One example is what happened to an inflated balloon with hydrogen. A hydrogen filled balloon rises in the air. What is the reason? What is the density of hydrogen? Density of hydrogen is lesser than air. So, when hydrogen filled balloons rises upward because of the buoyancy, the air exerts a force upward. The balloon exerts a force downward. Air exerts a force upward. The upward force is more, so balloon rises in the air. One more example for buoyancy. Or you draw water from well by using bucket. Or you feel anything? When we drawing water by using a bucket, suddenly the weight of the bucket is increased. What is the reason? Which time the weight of the bucket is increased? First time the bucket is in water. When drawing water, the bucket is less weight because water exerts a force in the bucket, that is buoyancy. When it rises from the water, suddenly the weight of the bucket increases because here buoyancy is lost. So, it's an best example to understand buoyancy. So, buoyancy, once more, I explained that buoyancy. What is buoyancy? When a body is immersed partially or completely in a fluid, the fluid exerts a upward force. That force is called buoyancy. Then which are the two forces when a body immersed in a fluid? There are two forces. The weight of the body acting downward and the buoyancy acting upward. Next, how we can calculate the buoyancy? How, when instead of a plastic bottle we immersed a stone, what happened? It moved upward? No, because the weight of the stone is higher than the weight of the plastic bottle. So here, when dipped this plastic bottle in water, upward force is more, downward force is less. Instead of plastic bottle, a stone dipped in water, here the weight of the stone is more, the buoyancy is less. So in water, stone not move upward. How we can calculate the buoyancy? To this explaining, by using an common balance. First we weigh mass of a stone by using a spring balance. Are you see spring balance? Yes, by using a spring balance, first we find the weight. To measure the buoyancy by using a spring balance, first we find the weight of the stone or any, for example, stone, a metal ball, any, take and hang in a spring balance and find the weight of the stone. After it dipped in water, and find the weight in water. So first find the weight in air. After find the weight in water, there will be a loss of weight. The loss of weight is buoyancy. For example, first we get a 10 Newton in air and 7 Newton in water. What is the loss of weight? 10 minus 7, 3 Newton. That 3 Newton is loss of weight. That is the buoyancy. Here the buoyancy is 3 Newton. All liquids exert the same buoyancy. To find, we take different liquids. For example, water, kerosene, and saline water or salt water. Water, kerosene, salt water in 3 separate beakers. And first find the weight of a stone in air. After dipped in water, kerosene and saline water, and find in weight of in each liquids. The weight of the stone in each liquids are different because the buoyancy is different. So many factors influencing the buoyancy. Water and kerosene is same density? No. Water is denser than kerosene. So density is a factor that influence the buoyancy. Then water and saline water is same? No. Density of saline water is different from water. So the buoyancy also different. So here some factors that influence the buoyancy. One is the density of liquid. Density of liquid affecting the influencing the buoyancy. So we can find out by using an experiment and find the buoyancy and find the loss of weight in each water, kerosene and saline water. Next class, how this experiment we can conduct and relating to some rules we can discuss next class. Okay, thank you.